Welcome guys to WWTube Season 6. This is Japan turn 3. So, what I'm going to buy? I'm going to buy 3 mechanized infantry, 1 sub, 2 destroyers and 1 aircraft carrier for a total of 50 IPCs. All money spent. Now, combat movements. I have a total of 8 combat movements. So, let's start. First, here, let's avenge the death of my of my transport. So let's do it. First, let's move 1 destroyer from season 37. Also, by the way, just one mistake here, Corporal Clegg. You need to roll for the units that were in season 37 for your UK collecting income phase. But anyways, only 3 IPCs that I could remove from you because Malaya is worth only 3 IPCs, so don't worry. Now, 1 destroyer from 37 to 42 and 1 fighter is going to support the attack to avenge that sub. Now, in season 41, I am going to move 2 transports, picking up 1 infantry, 1 artillery, and 1 tank. They are going to move 1, 2, and 3 to make an amphibious assault. Come on. And the 1 fighter from season 37 is going to move 1 and 2. He will be left with 2 movements in his gas cage to support the attack. And the battleship and cruiser are going to support the attack as well, because we need this territory in we really need it. Now, this sub in season 37 is going to move into season 43. And 1 fighter and 1 dive bomber from season 35 are going to move into season 43 to support that sub. Now, from Guangxi, 1 fighter and 1 tactical bomber are going to move 1, 2, and 3 to attack that destroyer in season 44. I don't know if I should do this, but 1 carrier is going to support the attack to absorb damage. I hope it doesn't happen, because these guys cannot move 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's okay. Now let's proceed with China, with the combat movements in China. Okay, let's make some space. This strategic bomber from Jiangxi is going to move 1, 2, 3, and 4 to attack Kangsu. 2 infantry from Suzhuan are going to support the attack. Now, here from Hubei, 2 infantry and 1 artillery are going to attack Shenxi, but not without the help of 1 fighter that is going to move 1, 2, and 3. Remaining with 1 movement in his gas cage and 1 tactical bomber, because we need that territory. Now, here in Kaichao, 3, 4, 5 infantry and 1 artillery are going to attack Kaichao. By the way, only 4 infantry. 4 infantry. Another infantry is going to move into Hunan. Let me change it. That's it. Now, here, 2 mechanized infantry, only 1 mechanized infantry is going to move into Hunan, and it will be supported by 1 infantry and 1 tactical bomber. Yeah, I think that's it. So, let's do it. Shall we start in China? Yeah. Let's start in China. I have divided my dice, so now white is 1, red is 2 or less, black is 3 or less, and orange is 4 or less. So now let's start with the battle in Kangsu. We have 1 Chinese infantry defending, 2 Japanese infantry attacking with the help of 1 strategic bomber. So let's put 1 orange and 2 white dice into the cup. and we have absolutely no hits as usual. Now let's hit with that Chinese infantry returning fire at 2 or less, and he hits, of course. Let's continue the attack. 1 infantry and 1 strategic bomber, and we hit. China could get Kangsu steal Kangsu from Japan, and yes, he can. So Kangsu is still in Japanese control. Damn me. Now, the battle in Shenxi. We have 2 infantry, fighter, tactical bomber, and 1 artillery against 1 Chinese infantry. So yeah, let's roll 1 white, orange, 2 reds, and 1 black. And we have the hit we needed with the orange. Only the die bomber hit it. Now let's return fire from... Where's the Chinese guy? I think he's here. Yeah. Oh no, he's in the casualty zone. And he hits. So I lose 1 Japanese infantry. And Shenxi is now part of Japan. Japan goes to 49 and China to 7. Now here in Guichao we have 1 Chinese infantry. Let me get these guys back into the board. Against 4 Japanese infantry and 1 artillery. So I'm going to roll for 3 ones and 2 reds. We have 1 hit. Everyone is missing. What the hell, guys? Okay. Now China returning fire. And of course he hits. So, let me get... So, Guichao is now captured. And remaining there are 3 Japanese infantry with 1 artillery. Japan is going to 50 and China is going to 6 IPCs. Now the battle in... What is his name? Hunan. The battle in Hunan. We have mechanized and infantry. 2 at once, 1 at 3 and 1 at 4. Let me remove this one. We have 2 hits. Okay. Now the Chinese infantry returning fire. And of course, all the Chinese hits. China hit all the time, so okay. So now Hunan is part of Japan, and Japan is at 51, China is at 5. There is 1 mechanized, 1 fighter, and 1 tactical bomber. Okay, now let's do the battle in Sumatra. We have... This is an important one. We need to win this one. Okay, 2 UK units. We have artillery, tank, infantry, fighter, and a cruiser and a battleship. So yeah, let's roll for 2 reds, 2 blacks, 3 blacks, and 1 orange. A miss, hit, and a hit. Barely. Just barely, 2 hits. Now, the UK returning fire. and he hits one of my I'm going to take the artillery this time. So Sumatra is captured. Come on, come on. And the UK is going from 12 to 8, and Japan from 51 to 55, same as the USA. This could get tricky, guys. Okay. Remaining in Sumatra is 1 tank and 1 infantry. Now the battle in season 42. We have 1 fighter against 1 USA sub and 1 destroyer. So yeah, I'm rolling a 2 and a 3. No hits. And the USA sub is need a 1. He needs a 1. He gets 6. Okay, now let's roll again. Come on, guys. We need a hit here. A 5, almost a 1. Okay. That's it. The fire hits. Now the sub returning fire, and he misses. So the sub is taken as casualty, and these guys are back into the board. Now season 43, we got 1 Japanese sub, 1 ANZAC destroyer, and 1 tactical and 1 fighter. So yeah, let's roll a 1, a 3, and 4 against a 2. And we have 2 hits. So, and the ANZAC destroyer misses. So these guys are back into the board. And now the battle in season 44. We have 1 fighter, 1 tactical, the carrier only for absorbing damage, and a destroyer. Oh, come on. So let's hope we hit in first that destroyer in first round, and the destroyer misses. And yeah, we hit it. A 3, and now the destroyer is going to return fire. A miss. Yeah. Now these guys are returning into season 44, and the carrier remains without damage. So yeah, the only territory we didn't get this time was Jiangsu. And now I'm going to pause the video and do my non-combat movements. Alright, non-combat movements. First, this strategic bomber is, come on, we need more light. That's it. This strategic bomber is going to move 1 and 2 into Hopei. The fighter and strategic dive bomber, sorry, from this place is going to move into Hopei. The name is Shenzi. And 4 infantry from J-Hall are going to move into Anhui. 1 AA guy from Shantung is going to move into Jiangsu. And 1 mechanized infantry from Jiangsu is going to move 1 and 2 into Chahar. 1 mechanized from Jiangsu is going to move into Jiangxi, or 1 into Jiangxi, Guangxi, my bad. Now 1 fire and 1 tactical bomber from Hubei, or Hubei, I think. They have 3 movements. Yunnan, my bad, it's Yunnan. They're going to move 3 movements so into Jiangsu. That's right. 2 dive bombers that I didn't move from Jiangxi are going to move 1, 2, 3, and 4 into Season 6 for the incoming aircraft carrier. And now here is where the things get a little tricky. So the carrier in Season 37 is going to move into Season 41. He will be with the 2 fighters. so those fighters have plenty of movements. So now the fighter and tactical from season 44 are going to land into the carrier in season 44. Let's just change this fighter with this one. And this fighter and tactical bomber have 3 remaining movements. Where should we put them? 1, 2. I'm going to think about those guys later. But 1 destroyer from season 42, I don't know. Nah, let's stay like that. Now, the fleet in season 35, the carrier with 1 fighter and 1 tactical, they are going to move 1, 2, and 3 into season 6. Destroyer, battleship, and cruiser are going to return into season 6. And I'm going to pause the video and think what I'm going to do with. Oh yeah, the infantry in Siam is going to move into French Indochina Thailand, where French Indochina only. And I'm going to pause the video and think what I should do with those 2 guys. Yeah, now I got it. I'm going to move them. They have 3 movements remaining, so I'm going to move them 1, 2, and 3 into Jiangxi. Okay. And oh shit. That's all for my non-combat movements. So now I'm placing units. I'm going to place the 3 mechanized, obviously in Guangzhou. So that's oh shit. Okay, I'm going to fix this. That's it. Now I'm going to move my place my 2 destroyers in season 6, the carrier in season 6, so the 2 tactical bombers could land, and the sub in season 6. If you would like to, if you're going to attack season 6, just take the carriers first. Well, first the 1 damage into the battleship, then the 3 carriers, then the destroyers, then the sub, my bad, then the sub, then the destroyers, then the cruiser, then the battleship, then my tactical bombers, then my fighters. Okay, and now let me make a recap of the board. So, here in season 41, I have 1 cruiser, 1 battleship, 1 carrier with 2 fighters. Season 42, 1 destroyer. Season 41, 2 transports. Sumatra, 1 infantry and 1 tank. Java, I have 1 artillery. Season 43, I have 1 sub. Borneo, 1 infantry, 1 artillery. Celebes, I have 1 infantry and 1 artillery. And season 44, 1 carrier with 1 fighter and 1 tactical dive bomber. In French Indochina, I have 1 infantry, Jiangxi 1 mechanized infantry, Hunan 1 mechanized infantry, Keichao I have 3 infantry, 1 artillery, Guangdong I have 1 infantry, 1 artillery, and Jiangsu 3 mechanized infantry with 1 fighter, 1 tactical, 1 AA gun, and in Jiangxi 1 fighter with 1 tactical. Anhui, I have 4 infantry. Hopei, 1 fighter, 1 dive, 1 strategic bomber. Shengxi, I have 1 infantry and 1 artillery. Chabar, I have 1 mechanized infantry. In season 6, I have 4 destroyers, 1 cruiser, 1 battleship, 1 sub, 3 carriers with 3 fighters and 3 dive bombers. In Japan, I have 3 infantry, 3 AA guns. Okinawa 1 infantry, Iwayama 1 infantry. In Palau Islands I have 1 infantry, and in Caroline Islands 2 infantry with 1 AA gun. Oof. Now, collecting income. I'm collecting 55 IPCs plus 5 for the national objective, so now I am at 60 IPCs, and that's all for Japan. Next to go it's China. Good luck, my friend Prozac. And yeah, that's all.